No questions, I don't think. Didn't we, so we're at Apple Lane, and we had kind of moved into management, right? Or
Yes, you had become the Thane, and you now have the Thane's residence,
Neat.
oh, cool.
We have a
which gives you
house.
Yay!
some laborers. The Thane is kind of like the sheriff.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you look on the map, it's number one. You
Oh yeah.
also, the rest of the group can also stay in the Weapon Masters Guild, which is kind of like the militia hall.
Which is what, six? Oh no, that's the inn.
Yeah, that's the
It's
end.
five.
5.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's like
you guys are welcome
it's
to
like
come.
right next to the temple of the deities.
Right. Okay. So we're good. We do, and I have kind of, I think I'm connected now to the Cult of Orland as a minor, as kind of like a secondary god for me, um, since that's necessary for me to be a Thane here, right?
Yes, you have to be affiliated with an Orlanth cult.
So not Umok, so like the actual Orlanth cult.
Yeah, so there's different
Okay.
versions of him, and you can have other deities. I do not think you need to be an initiate.
Okay.
But yeah, you have to be an initiate of an Orlanth or associated cult. So Humoct is friendly, but he's not like uh,
Associated.
associated. So you
Okay.
would need to initiate into an Orlanth cult.
I'm gonna do that.
There is a warrior aspect of Orlanth.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Whatever that costs. So it's the cost of point of power, right?
Yes.
Ouch. Okay.
Just gotta get that power down to 1 man.
Yep. How? I could just change it. Original, no, current is 12. All right. All right.
So for Orlanth, there is um, they just list the one cult here.
That's fine.
Cult.
Cult membership. I'm gonna add Orlanth. That rank one.
Yeah, you'll be an initiate,
Okay.
and then you'll have 1 point into it.
Okay. Does that mean I get another rune or spirit magic or something?
Yes, you can. You'll put it into an associated rune. Um, Let me just go back. To become an initiate, the adventurer must already be a lay member of the god of the cult, must share at least one rune with a rating of 50% or more with the god. Because you have an air rune, correct?
I do at 80.
So yeah, you don't have to gain. You can just um, you can become an initiate
Okay.
with that. So you meet that criteria.
Okay.
So you have
Sounds good.
to. So you have to donate 20 lunars to the temple.
Okay.
Understand the requirements and obligations of an initiate. Improve knowledge of the cult's specialty skills and favored passions. The player of the applicant must roll a D100 for each of these pertinent cult skills and favored passions and succeed in at least 3 of those rolls.
Okay. What what are they?
Alright, and then for Orland,
Let's see. Since I have no other skills except stabbing.
one-hand sword, battle,
Yeah.
cult or Orland, farm, herd, orate, scan, speak, or sing, speak, and worship Orlanth.
Yikes.
The favored passions are devotion Orlanth, hate chaos, honor, and loyalty temple.
Okay, so I could add devotion Orlanth. Is that at 60?
But you have to gain those skills first, and then you have to sort of pass a test on those skills.
Got you. So I don't have any of these skills yet. Okay. Or I don't have that skill yet, devotion. All right.
So last game we got paid 100 of those lunars. Is that right?
Yes, you each got 100.
Okay, I'm just making.
Plus we had a bunch of other stuff. Maybe it's in the. Yeah, here it is. Pile of 617 lunar, 15 golden wheels, a golden arm ring, golden neck ring, 3 golden pendants. We have a lot of lunars.
So I will say that were your parents initiates in the Orlanth cult? If one or both were, you can just spend a point of POW to join the cult.
Oh, is this somebody else? It's not. You're not talking to me.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I spent a point of POW. So I joined the cult with that. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Alrighty. Okay. So we have a lot of money. I don't know if somebody want to do the math on this. Let's see. I could do it right here. So 617. 15 golden wheels is already 1500 lunar, right?
Yes.
1500. A golden arm ring. Does anybody want this, or we can just liquidate all this stuff?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
unless it gives me some armor. No.
Okay, we need to buy stuff. Okay. Golden neck ring was 1250. All right.
Although having gold teeth would be kind of cool.
Just replace all your teeth.
Yeah.
2850. 300.
RuneQuest.
So you do have tenants now.
Okay. Let's see. 6 silver dishes, 2 silver, 250.
So, are we all staying at the same manor or same house? I guess. Okay.
Yep. Decorated with the figures, large fluted washing bowl, 300, 400, 450. Okay. 850, 1150. All right. That's 1725. Hold on a second. That's 2025. All right. That's
Oh, interesting.
40.
Is this one of the buildings that's on the map here that we're looking at?
The Thane's house.
Oh, okay. So it's number 1.
670.
Okay. Location. Okay.
7125.
And that you having tenants as part of your payment of being Thane
Right.
is that you have 5 tenant families that tend to orchards for you,
Gotcha.
and you get the Thane's house.
Nice. 8975. 8975.
Are any of these families have got military backgrounds or any soldiering? It's coming from the healer. Has anybody got any?
Right.
Are these
Most of-
soldiers that can protect me?
Most of them are farmers, but one of them are said to be competent fighters.
Okay, so
And one of them is also said to be a skilled fighter, but he is a little odd. He's not Orlanthy.
Okay.
It's not Orlantha, you say?
name is Kala the Foreigner,
Uh-huh.
and he is he is said to worship his spear.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cool,
All,
I guess.
all of the other ones are followers of Orlanth or um, an associated um, cult.
Neat.
Well, at least we know we may have some.
One of them are former scribes that left
Ooh.
Johnstown Library for mysterious reasons.
How many people are we splitting this amongst? Is there 4 of us? 5 of us?
There are 4 of you.
Yeah.
Got it.
Or is there?
Ho-ho!
What is that about?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Nicely done.
It was funny.
Nicely done, guys.
This coming from the healer is like, is there really 4?
This is all them talking about like the cheat.
The cheat?
Yeah, the follower of Ermal. They're talking about, you know, screwing over the
I
god
see.
screwing people over.
I see.
I mean, it seems like the thing you would do, right?
Right. Basically. 2, 3.
And
So
it's
we each get
non-violent.
right. We each get 2,398.
Wow. Seems like a lot.
I have no idea what things cost, so I don't know.
1,298.
2,000.
2,498 L.
2,398 L.
300. I guess I'll add that to my booty worth 800 or 887. Numbers are hard. I don't know, man. I'm seeing here that I can work on raising my dexterity.
What's that?
Raising what?
I'm reading. There's a thing on raising characteristics through like conditioning yourself.
Yes, and you do have to pay actual
dollar
money
dues.
for training.
Yeah.
That's how they sort of abstract it. It's almost like the old school D&D
Yeah.
gold is equal to experience points model.
Oh wow, okay.
But
Oh,
in this case, it represents you like paying someone to train you in like whatever thing you're learning.
Yeah. Just trying to understand how to do it. Here's the training.
Did you say that one of the scribes had had an interesting background, or he was from a odd place? You mentioned something earlier, and I think I might have
One
missed
of
that.
the families were said to be scribes,
Okay.
but they left the library that they worked at, and nobody really knows why, and they don't really talk about it. And one of them is like a foreigner. No one really knows where he is. He doesn't really talk about it, but like people just think he's odd, but he keeps to himself.
What's his name?
Kala the Foreigner.
Can you spell his first name? I'm sorry.
Kalla. So if you want to train in a skill, you just look at the training cost, and that's what you'd pay judging on the current skill level.
Yeah.
And then you would roll 1d6 minus 1, just like you would in Cthulhu, or you can just do a flat plus 2%.
I'll roll dice. So I spend the 500 because that's what it says here to do. And sorry, what did you say to roll?
1d6 minus 1.
Okay. Well, hoisted upon my own petard.
You did. You rolled a 1, didn't you?
I rolled a
A 2.
2. So not quite
is
as
a
bad
1.
as it could be, which will be 1.
Right.
So I will now have 11 dexterity.
Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun.
how much does it cost to do that?
500.
100 times 500 per just flat 500.
Looking at this, it just says straight flat 500.
So I could raise my power then.
Well, power I think does it different. I think power it says you just meditate at the temple and pay 500 and you just get one back.
Ah, 500, huh? Okay.
Yeah, that's if you do it through increasing through worship and rituals. You can increase POW through spell use or spiritual combat. It's all on 418
Gotcha.
and a little bit on 417, I guess. But yeah, okay. Is there anything else I want to spend my money on? That's the question.
So, in order to gain POW, you have to take your current POW without modifiers.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So your maximum rollable POW is not included in any rune characteristics, plus the minimum rolled POW, 3 for humans. Then subtract your current POW from that total.
So you say 3 plus the max?
3 plus the maximum rollable POW, not including any rune characteristics.
Okay. So it's 21 minus what you have now?
Minus your current POW.
Got it.
And then
Okay,
multiply by 5, and then attempt to get under that on a D100.
After you spend 500?
Yes.
Okay. And you get 1 point?
You'll get 1d3 minus 1.
Okay. Yeah, baby. 1 second, guys. You guys keep going. Go ahead.
Weapons are not in the equipment and wealth section.
Did you like it? We can watch another one tomorrow.
They're a little after.
Are they in the adventure section or something?
They're actually in the combat section now. I remember.
That's weird. It both makes sense and is weird at the same time.
See you tomorrow morning for our breakfast date. Okay. All right, I'm gonna forego that. I don't know what else I'll do with my money for right now, but
Weapons start on page 206.
Yeah, I found it. Well, that was a weird feeling. Broop, broop, broop. Armor. That's actually what I more think I might need.
And how are you guys on social skills? Because I don't.
oh yeah, right, yeah, not good.
I mean, I can sing pretty good.
Yeah, let's see. I would love to have more orate since I'm going into leadership mode here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Skills.
Let's see, I've got a charm of 15, a fast talk of 5, intimidate of 30,
terrible.
but boy can I sing.
I'd like to go to orate.
I have
Yeah.
orate of 30, so I think that's my best one. I should take some fast talking because my character really can just lie a lot.
Yeah, lie is
Yeah.
the most powerful skill in any RPG.
Right.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Let's see.
Just get to the point where you can be like, I am the moon, and they believe you.
So if I wanted to roll orate, how do I do this now? So it's 500 to get a skill check to get a
What's your current skill level at?
10.
So it is a common skill.
Right.
So for that, the cost for that is 10 lunars.
Ah, okay. And can I do that multiple times or just once?
Just the once.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the same 1d6 minus 1.
Okay. 1d6 minus 1 it is. Three. Now I have a 13 orate. Alrighty. Fair enough. Well, if it's going to be like that, then I'll take a D. I'm gonna do that in. And I can only do one skill, or I can do multiple.
You can only do one of that skill. I'll let you
Gotcha.
do some other ones, but you can't just say
Gotcha. I would
I'm gonna
take.
win it from 5 different teachers at once.
Gotcha.
So is that different from our checkmarked skills from last time?
The checkmark skills.
Like I already did all that last time, whenever that was. I just
Yeah.
these are
I did that.
these are actually going out and getting training
Those,
from people
those are
basically in between.
Yeah, those are experience rolls.
Okay. And these ones are
so
yeah. Okay, I understand
these
now.
ones are on top of that.
Okay, cool.
So for instance, you can learn a skill you don't have, or
okay.
you can just boost up one that you've already bumped up through an experience roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think I
So
might learn how to be a better sneaky boy. So what do I do in order to do that?
So that is, let me just look at the sheet real quick.
Because being a bandit who is bad at sneaking seems bad.
You're more the
I
brute
have-
force type.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's funny. I can't sneak well, but boy, can I hide. Except for that last time where I rolled like dog shit.
Doug, just don't try to move.
Yeah. I more find the place that I'm going to sneak up on them from, hide there, underneath a bush, or a box. Perhaps made of a weird new material.
So you have hide, move quietly.
I just have sneak. Move quietly isn't a thing on my sheet. I don't know if move quietly is another thing that should be on here, but it's not. I think that might be like a weird specialty thing.
I don't see it
I
move
don't know.
quietly. I don't know if they have it on here or not. It might be a special ability, or like a special ability.
The most special of abilities.
Sure, you can hide, but can
So
you
you just have
move
hide
silently?
and move quietly.
Maybe you got the name changed to sneak. I don't know. It's sneak on my sheet, and I haven't looked in the book, but on my sheet at the least.
We'll just say that's move quietly.
Okay. Well, I got a whopping 10 in it. So do I just like roll and see if I roll over it, or?
Because you used it, did you do the experience roll on that?
I don't think I did.
Because you did it successfully once, correct?
I'd highly doubt it. I think I hid once, but I don't think I snuck once.
Yeah.
You can pay to train in it, and it's just a 10.
It just gets me 10 more %. Okay.
No, it's 10 lunars. Then you do the roll like you did before.
Okay. Cool. I'll do that. So I roll. Hey, look, I didn't roll a 10 or under, so that means it happens. And then it's, I can't remember what it is, a D6?
Yeah, you roll a d6
Okay.
minus 1.
Great.
Nice.
10 out of 10.
Great.
Would roll like that again. Okay, let me mark off 10 lunars.
I just realized I have a sing of 40. Wow. Okay.
Nice. Oh, you're trying to sneak up on me on being singing ability, are we?
Okay, here's the plan.
This
I'll sing
motherfucker.
really loud. I'll be standing out there in front of everybody, and I'll
But
start
see,
singing.
then I'll be tempted to
You-
sing really loud.
And this is going to turn into some kind of crazy musical, and we
Yep.
can't have that.
I guess I'll pay to try to raise my fast talk, because might as well. We got the money. Well, I actually rolled below my 5%, so looks like there's
Really?
nothing they can teach me.
Oh my god. Oh,
That's
gee.
awesome.
Cursed. That's pretty great. I like it. Let's hope these are all the bad rolls.
Is that for fast talk?
Yeah, that was for
Okay.
fast talk.
Have you tried to sound like that you're not trying to lie?
Yeah, right?
Oh, yep, you rolled it.
I am apparently next time I'm gonna think I should be the one to fast talk. So be ready for that, folks.
Oh, I'm all for it.
Let's
I can
see.
regrow your limb.
Yeah, looks like I could buy myself some pretty baller armor, eh?
Yeah. What kind of armor do I need?
Bronze plate.
Technically, a head is a limb, right?
Sure. Why not?
Oh, that's what happens when I don't talk to
If
people for about a week.
if Steve allows it, I'll take it.
It is a limb. I believe there's some chaos creatures that have multiple heads, that you can lose one head and still be up and about, but that's one of those limbs like the torso that
Growing it back
on
is
the body part chart
problematic.
that if you lose it,
You're just borked.
It's like, I'll get the head. I'll fix it. Don't worry, it's fine.
some head of Vecna level shenanigans.
That's funny.
I can do that.
I'll allow it.
Alright, was there anything else?
Well,
No, I'm good.
yeah. All I'm looking at is like armor, and there's so many options that it makes my brain hurt. And boy, does this chart not make it easier. I don't know. Somebody give me suggestions.
I have 5 points of armor everywhere now, so I think I'm good.
So with
Yeah, go ahead.
armor, part of it is that it has an encumbrance, the ENC rating. So the higher it is, that'll afflict different your actions and certain things.
Okay. I mean, my thing already says I have 5 and most. Wait, is it AP armor points? I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
'Kay.
18 armor points.
I'll just roll with whatever I've got, because if everything's already that decent, looking at what everything else is, I'm like, eh.
Yeah, the highest you can get from what's in the book is a 6, and that's bronze armor,
Right.
which does have a high encumbrance.
Yeah.
You can't fight in it for too long. You can't be tromping around it too.
It does negatively affect your move quietly too. You can see that under the move.
That's what the move.
header,
Oh, that's what that.
It has a negative. For most of it's a 0.
Yeah. With some
But
things,
once you're in metal armor,
that makes sense.
Jangles.
Naturally.
Jingle, jingles.
Since your last sort of adventure, you've moved into Apple Lane. You've kind of moved into the vacuum that existed here. Most of the locals who live there sort of seem to be happy about the new arrangement because they hadn't been protected for a while. You dealt with all of the trollkin.
Yep.
So they're not being, marauded by them anymore. But after about almost towards the end of the season, you receive a summons from the tribal queen to a feast at Clearwine Fort.
I mean, I like feasts.
So this is at the Palace of the Kings, and it's considered a sign of respect, honor, and loyalty for you to have an audience with the queen.
Excellent. I'm thrilled to be invited. Do you guys have horses, by the way?
I can.
Yeah, you can buy horses.
I'll buy a horse.
I would say from the stock that's at Apple Lane, you could buy a regular horse, but if you wanted to buy like a war horse, you could buy one in Clearwine.
No, I'll just buy like a regular horse. How much is that?
Because if you look under the equipment They have the cost of different animals,
Yeah.
and so with a horse, it sort of gives a description of
Yeah.
the type of horse and what it is. Like a Daron is a large horse.
I
So
probably
a
need
riding.
yeah,
So,
go ahead.
so they have riding beasts, which are just suitable for riding, except for a herdman, which is pretty much a human. Cavalry beasts are ones that can carry you into conflict, but they don't fight themselves. And a war beast is one that can actually like fight with you in combat.
So I'd have to wait until I was at to get a war beast. Well, I don't even know if I'm sure there's a riding skill, right?
I would say that you could buy most of the horse breeds. The other animals are not available. Most of those are sort of like Praxian animals.
What, you're saying they don't just have a rhino hanging around? Come on.
Oh man, that's gonna cramp my style. The healer riding a rhino.
Okay.
A raging thunder beast.
Yeah.
A bison.
Well, I'm gonna wait till we get to the Queen's Court to buy a war. What's a war beast cost?
Depends on the
If you wanted to
beast.
buy a large horse at Daron, it would cost you 225 lunars.
Now you want one of them golden eyes. They're like 1,000 plus.
Oh yeah, I want whatever that is. I'm taking that. Yep. Because I'm cavalry, man. That's my specialty.
I'll probably just have a normal horse, because, yeah, I don't have a good ride skill. So
at the moment, I do have a horse.
I will spend 130 minus 130.
I'll get the golden eye seared horse. 65 lunars.
So a Daron is somewhat a common large horse. The Golden Eye is a sacred horse.
Oh.
I think it's the Seared is a different horse underneath it.
Yeah, the Seared's the more common one. I would say that you probably couldn't get a Golden Eye.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought that was just one horse.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take the normal non-sacred horse.
Which would be the Daron.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll get that one then. 75 lunars, a large horse. I like big imposing. Let's see.
It's a big-headed breed, originates from the farthest west of Genitalia. They were spread far and wide in the Second Age by the Middle Sea Empire, as the Daron was used to carry their cataphracts into battle. The Daron comes in dun, black, white, and gray.
Of course, this has to be gray. No, wait, white. Definitely white.
Mine will be gray. And I will name him... something... Okay.
I have a horse.
Okay. Well, I'm ready when you guys are.
So here's the information for horses.
Horse.
The horse can get one attack in combat. It attacks on your initiative, but it only gets the one attack.
Right.
There are animals that get multiple attacks, but a horse is not one of them.
Okay. They're pretty bad at attacking. I like it. Just knock them down first and trample the shit out of them.
Yeah.
I can't hurt anybody, but maybe my horse can be my...
You just get a horse that's just bloodthirsty.
Where you're just like nonchalantly just saying, "Stop, please don't."
Yeah,
What are you
please.
doing?
Why would you do such a thing?
I apologize for this.
Again,
Again, you keep murdering everyone we meet, horse. If only there was something I could do to stop you.
So you go to Clearwine. It's sort of this large walled city.
Nice. Good work. All right. Good night, sweetie. See you tomorrow. Okay.
So it is a large sort of walled city.
Sweetie. Okay. Go ahead.
Large walled city.
Large walled city.
Full of bees.
Think like a Greek style large city.
Right. Okay.
I have a picture of it in the chat.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Ooh, fancy.
So you go up to the Royal Citadel, which is kind of like a Greek style, Roman style sort of palace. Single floor with like a wide open hall. In there, the queen, she greets you.
We kneel down, whatever the appropriate
I
custom
also
is.
know.
She acknowledges your show of honor and welcomes you to her court and to the banquet they have prepared for you.
We nod, and oh, there she is. Okay.
She is like a Black Spear. She is the queen of the Colmare tribe, high priest of Orlanth Rex, Wind Lord of Vinga.
Okay. We nod, and then I guess make our way over. Bow and make our way over to the feast.
What's her title? Is she like a high queen or high priestess or just queen?
She is a queen, but as part of being queen, she's also high priest of Orlanth,
Okay.
Rex, which is sort of the leader of like the leadership side of Orlanth, and she's also a Wind Lord of Vinga, and Vinga is like she's kind of like Freya. She's sort of like the warrior goddess.
Cool.
Okay. But her servants usually call her queen. I guess queen. I suppose.
She earned the nickname Ballista when she accompanied the Wood Sword into the caves of Chaos deep within Snakepipe Hollow.
That's cool.
Ah, yeah, Snakepipe Hollow. Wow.
So she'll regale you with stories of her conquests and her battles, and then after you've all eaten and sort of enjoyed yourselves, she tells you that she has a mission for you.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We are known for being good at missions.
Agreed.
As
Ooh,
you
what's
are
this?
that's the palace.
Go
That's
ahead.
just to give you an idea of what it is.
Oh, nice.
She sort of looks to you and says, as the new Thane in the area, there have not been any within Appellane since the defeat of the Lunars. But it is time, that more order is brought to the region now that the Lunars have been brought out. And for this, I would like you to go and journey forth and protect the sacred cattle herd of the Vermondi clan.
Ooh.
Currently,
Okay.
the clan itself has been that their herds have been attacked by two monsters,
Ooh.
and we would like you to deal with these monsters. He will be able to tell you of them, and she sort of claps her hands, and a young herder sort of is brought in and sort of acknowledges you.
Okay. Oh, 1 second, guys. Sweetie, can you go back to bed? Go ahead. Okay, sweet. Good night. See you tomorrow. Mwah. Okay, so what does he tell us?
He sort of comes in. She says the young man's name is Hjortal of the Vermondi tribe, and he sort of bows, and he says he says excuse me, sire. We have been protecting our herds. It's bad enough that we have to deal with the treacherous or living tribe, but we now have to deal with these monsters, these sakars.
Hmm.
Oh, what kind of what are they
Sakar?
called?
He says sakars.
Tell me of these
He says
Sakars.
they're like a shadow cat but larger.
Ah.
Um, and they have swords for fangs. They hunt cows and sheep and I'm told even people.
Oof, it's horrible.
I wrestled a
A
shadow cat once.
shadow cat is like it's sort of like the Orlanthy version of a dog.
Hmm.
Okay.
Just think of like a bobcat that's
Ah.
been domesticated to herd like cattle and sheep.
Okay. That's kind of cool.
And so what he's essentially describing to you is like a saber-toothed tiger.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I think we're up for this. Well, we nod. You know, we nod, and we we willingly undertake this service for you, Queen. And I nod at the shepherd, and say, you will you'll take us to this. You'll take us to this place.
Yes. And before you leave, the queen has one of her attendants bring you a silver spiral bracelet, and she has them. She has the attendant affix it to you. And she says, "This is a gift from me to you," and it's a silver spiral bracelet worth about 50 lunars.
Neato.
Thank you.
Um, I asked the shepherd, when did these attacks start, or did he already say that?
He says that he's not really aware of when they attack, but they have been most recently. These creatures have become more brazen.
And they're just
Mm.
And
killing.
in the past, it would be here or there, but now they're becoming more and more um, sort of adventurous.
Are they killing more of the cattle as opposed to living beings, or I guess
It, he says, as
townsfolk?
far as they know, they've only been hunting the cattle. And the cattle
Okay.
are very important. They're sort of the I'd say like the treasury of the village. Um, every clan usually owns about 1,000 cattle, and about 250 of those are held by individual farmsteads. But each clan sort of has a herd, and these herds are divided up, sometimes given over to temples, usually Orlanth, and they represent sort of the wealth and well-being of the clan.
I asked the other members of the group kind of silently if it would be worth our time to maybe get some of these cattle, maybe for our work, and take it back to our town,
Well,
possibly.
he says you will. The plan is that you will accompany them when they take the cows down from the hills into the valleys, because of the change in the season. When it starts getting towards their version of winter, they bring the livestock down from the hills into the valleys,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll sort of act as bodyguards for that.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Um, shall we go at once, or do we want to feast? Do you guys want to feast first, or what?
I mean, free meal.
Yeah, we should at least get some food.
And we don't want to
And
anger
then,
the queen. Uh,
She,
well,
you all ate a fair bit before she dropped the mission.
okay, we already did the feasting.
Yeah,
good.
she made sure you were good and feasted before she dropped a mission on you.
That seems pretty queenly thing to do.
Yep.
All right. So I guess we ride out as soon as we can. How far away is this place?
He says, it's not far. It's about a day's ride away.
Okay. Okay. Um, Fair enough. Okay, we head out.
All right, so you head out through the rolling hills. I'm assuming one of you has Hjortal ride with you.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
That's a good idea.
Yep.
as you sort of ride through the hills, you see that old ruins are sort of scattered around. Sheep graze alongside the remnants of the stone foundations of the buildings. And then you see a campfire is made behind a broken wall, a pile of ancient masonry. And then that's where his other sort of shepherds are waiting for you.
Okay. All right. Well, we ride over to them.
You can see all the cattle are sort of grazing about. They sort of hail you when you arrive.
Okay.
What is the atmosphere of the herders? Are they in a good mood or solemn or?
So it took you about 6 hours to get there, and you see that there are about 100 black cattle being herded by 5 herders.
Okay.
They're all armed with slings and javelins. None of them are wearing armor, and all of the cattle are marked with the black spear of the Kolomar tribe. And then this is they say to you that this is the sacred herd of the Orlanth temple. They sort of seem to be in high spirits. They offer you some food of flatbread, cheese, and dried meat,
Ooh.
and they do have some watered down wine.
I cannot drink it, but that's fine.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're the milk drinker.
You know, I ask if they have any kind of sour goat, sour milk or whatever. I'm sure they see me as kind of an odd bird, but they probably noticed the mock tattoos and maybe give me a little bit wide berth. But I just asked them for some kind of bread or some kind of milk or something. Like
They
like apple juice or whatever they have.
they do point you to a stream that's nearby.
You can drink water like some type of a weirdo.
Yeah, so, yeah. I'll just go drink. I'll just go drink the water. We eat some bread and cheese and meat, whatever they have.
Yeah, they tell you that the water should be good. The stream is fast enough.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I fill up the water skin, drink some water. Hope I don't get the Glorantha coronavirus and
Gloronavirus, am I right?
the Yep.
And among the herders, there is Vargast, who's about 25 years old. There's Jurina, she's about 22. Varlanth, who is 21. Hengal, who is 20. And Kara, who is 18.
My character's hitting on literally all of them. Any port in a storm, I say.
Some of them seem to be okay with it. They're just sort of palling around. They they don't really know what to think of the scruffy bear man, but
Bear Man is right.
I'm gonna go up and chat with one of them and see what they have learned about these saber-toothed tigers or these suckras. Is that how you say it?
Sakars.
Sakars. Sorry, let me get that down here.
They say that they don't know much about them, only that there are really two of them, and that they have been targeting the cattle. They don't know much about them. They're not really. They had not really heard of anything other than infrequent attacks. That these two have become somewhat emboldened by the period of anarchy. They assume.
Okay.
And they say they also mention that there are that they should also be wary of thieves and bandits, like
Yes.
like the Orleving clan.
Okay. The Orlevin clan?
Or Levy. Or Levy. They tell you about how they stole the goddess from Iskali, son of Ramon, back when our ancestors first came to these lands.
Ah.
Okay.
Would I know, me being a healer, and would I know any more information about what their history is? I have a good history, I think.
You're not really sure about like what he said and what it means.
Okay.
Like it's somewhat confusing to you because he just says they stole the goddess, but you're not really sure.
Well, hopefully they won't have any issues here as we take care of these beasts, I tell them.
Yeah.
So if you want to take turns throughout the night watching.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems like a good enough plan.
So you can give spot or listen checks.
Okay. That's never gonna be good.
Right. Who wants to be the first one?
Oh, yeah, you could do them. That's fine.
I'll go first. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I figure it's going to be like different people throughout the night. Yeah. So.
Let me see if I can find my perception.
There's
listen or just listen
and
It looks like
scan.
listen or scan.
Well, it's the same number for me. So let's try scan. I like that one. Survey
Special.
All right, so you got a success. You're sort of sitting there, and then sort of off in the distance, in the hills, you can sort of hear the sound of like a big cat off in the far distance, like two of them. Think that like standard canned like cougar sound.
Right.
I was sitting there going, please don't have it on my watch. Please don't have it on my watch. Oh no, it's them. I'm going to. I guess I should wake one of the other members of this team and let them know.
Okay.
They sort of hear you, and they make sure that the shadow cats are on watch. You know, that they're paying attention to what's going on.
Okay.
That's my roll.
All right. Do I need to make a roll too? Do we each individually do that?
Yeah, you can each do a roll.
I'll do a scan roll. I'm 100% gonna miss this, but I'll try it anyway.
Some of the large shadow cats. You don't hear anything, really,
Okay.
but everyone's sort of on edge. The shadow cats are watching. They don't seem to be too disturbed. But I posted a picture of one in the
I see it.
in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Neat.
They're so cute.
I want one as my actual pet.
Their average size is about a 3 or a 4, so they're about the size of like a large dog.
That's cool.
Wonder if I could tame one.
Well, no, that's one of the ones that they have that are domesticated.
Yeah, they are tame. They're like domesticated.
Oh.
It's the bigger ones that we're worrying about.
Well, that's
They're a sacred animal of Orlanth.
Well, that's what I was wanting. I mean, I'm trying to get around this whole I can't kill anybody, but however, my cat can.
It's just nature doing its thing.
It's natural selection. Again.
Yes.
Right.
So, though you heard the Sakars off in the distance, you believe, you don't really. The night's pretty uneventful.
Okay.
And then in the morning, you all wake. They make the breakfast. They wake around the time that the sun comes up, and they begin rounding up the cattle to move them to a new pasture.
Okay.
Cool.
And also too, this is the dark season, which is sort of winter. Are you all wearing your armor as you go along, or no?
Probably.
So it is
Yeah.
uncomfortable to normally travel in it. A lot of people in the setting, usually when they travel, they don't wear their armor.
So where are we traveling to? Like we're going out to the hills?
You're going down into the valleys. They're taking them from the hills to the valleys.
Okay. Yeah.
Like if we're planning that there's gonna be trouble, right? Like it seems prudent to.
Yes, it would probably be prudent to wear your armor.
Yeah, we're not going to be traveling too far, I assume.
The cattle don't move very fast, it's just, they sort of mosey along.
Okay. Yeah. As they do. All right.
As you move along, Jarena, she like most of the herders are on foot too, so you're also moving at their pace.
Okay.
She warns you to be vigilant. She says we're near or living land.
Ah, right, of course.
So if you want to do a homeland war check, you can. Or if you don't have your homeland here, you can do a scan.
Where is my homeland? I forgot already. My
come
homeland
from a faraway
is
place.
Sartar. Where are we again?
So yeah, so it would be the local area we decided. So it would
Okay.
probably be the Colmer lands.
I come from Prax.
Ah.
Sartar too.
I guess I could try a scan roll. Since you said we could do
I
that.
succeed.
Try another scan roll.
How do I fail? 52% really?
Oh, I make it again. Look at that.
Wait.
So
No, I passed.
Erlik
No, I failed.
knows that that you're already on their lands. Like you sort of remember, and you're like, you're pretty sure you're already on their lands. And then Krelvanga notices a boundary stone that also confirms that fact.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Well, we try to. I guess we're gonna pass right through it. Can we avoid it? Can we go around?
Well, no, you're already like on their. You're already trespassing on their property essentially.
Okay.
Like they have a set area, and you're already over the border. You're looking at their like do not, like no trespassing sign.
Okay.
Do you bring it up to them, or
I do. I point it out.
they sort of scoff at it and they say, we don't recognize those claims. These are Vermondi land.
Okay. All right. We probably should be ready for confrontation. So we're extra vigilant.
All right.
We definitely
If
wear
you
our
want
armor
to,
now.
you can do a search
No.
or track check to see
Yeah.
if you can see any sign of the Sakars or anything else.
I'm pretty decent at track. I will try it out. Yeah, I succeed.
Good.
that was a success with the track, correct?
Yes.
So you see, you're sort of looking around. You can see that there is some relatively recent signs of Sakars being in the area. But you can't find enough to track where they are, but you know they've sort of been in the area.
Okay. All right. Well, we're extra vigilant.
Yep.
I take my horse and I kind of, I'm riding around point and kind of around the herd and keeping watch out, scanning over the horizon.
All right. So by mid-afternoon, you sort of arrive in a narrow, lightly wooded valley, cut by a small stream. There are plenty of ponds to water the animals at.
Okay.
So make a scan roll.
Somebody else do it? Yeah, there you go. No.
Hey, we rolled the same thing.
Oh, it's 96. I poke myself in the eye with the spear.
Yeah.
Can I do a listen too, or is that
Just scan.
just scan? Okay.
I don't see shit.
Yeah, I don't see shit either.
So as you're all sort of milling about after you had watered the animals, you see that the herd is in front of you, and you can hear the cries of the cattle and of these Sakar as they springing at one of the cattle, stabbing with its bite and then digging in with the massive claws. So
Oh no!
the herd begins to sort of scatter and stampede in several directions. So those of you that want to rush to attack the Sakars, you need to succeed on a Dex times 5 roll.
Okay.
Okay.
I do not succeed.
Let's see, Dex.
So that would be your full Dex score.
I make it.
All right, so you succeed. You're able to sort of move about the cattle. Erlik is not as easy.
I'm buffeted by cow flesh.
So you are charged successfully.
Who, me?
No, Erlik.
Oh. Erlik. He's charged by what?
By one of the cattle.
Oopsie.
I guess I try to block it.
You could attempt to dodge.
Okay.
I will say that you can't really parry this attack.
I will attempt to dodge. I will
Just
fail
hop
to
over it.
dodge. I suck at that. Ah!
So you take
Ouch.
17.
Whoa.
Rip.
Oh my gosh.
Rip.
To the 3, which is a leg, I believe.
Oh.
3.
It's your right leg.
Right leg. Okay.
I can fix this.
17? Well, that's my
Yeah.
leg, and it isn't a leg anymore.
Your leg is essentially like smashed by this giant cattle.
Ouch.
That's like all my hip. So that means I take a total of 12 to it.
Yeah, so your leg is like your leg is like nothing now.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do you go unconscious once you reach like a certain
Okay.
amount?
Your leg is like you're not able to fully like walk because of your leg.
Sure.
But you are still conscious.
Cool.
Right. Okay. Well, this is start. Where's our hero? Here or Harrox?
I'm here.
You're Harrox, right?
Yeah.
Harrox, correct, yeah.
All right. Well, it's showtime.
Right,
Yeah,
so
you're gonna have to save Erlik while I fight 25 cows and a cat.
so the cow, you were able to dodge the cows. Erlik had the misfortune of not only missing the dodge, but also the cow, which had a 40% chance of hitting him, rolling a 2.
Oh,
That would do it.
So,
you got critted by a cow.
That's a great way to lose your character.
It is. I got killed by a cow.
I mean, I'm not quite dead yet, but now the cows can probably just trample on my ass.
the
Right,
Sakars
right.
are going in 4.
Okay. What do we? Okay, let me take a quick look.
Can I
How do we do
can I
initiative again?
throw a javelin from the ground at them? I feel like that should be an option. Just throwing javelins from where I am, crippled.
I will say that you can.
Dope.
So, how does the heal skill work? I know that you can. Is it that you spend points into it, or the heal magic? I guess.
The heal magic, yeah, you can spend points up to whatever your level is.
Okay.
So for you,
It's level 3, so I could spend 3 points and heal his leg for 3. Is that even gonna?
yes.
Well, that'll be.
Though for him, you want to use heal body,
Yeah. I was gonna say,
because his leg is gone.
Okay. Let me look at my.
Heal body is separate.
It's a run.
Yeah, it's a
To
rune
rune,
spell.
right? Yeah, you're gonna want to use that. Yep.
It's my run power. Okay. Whenever it's my turn, I would have.
Yeah, so you get to go at 3. So Erlik is using his javelin. What's
Yep.
the SR on that?
3.
So yeah, you'll go at 3.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna shoot with the bow, and I will go on. Probably I go on 1 with the composite bow.
Don't mind me while I plan my next character.
My next character has 25 points of armor in the left leg.
Yes. I have nothing but armor on my legs. My legs are armor.
Right.
I am a living suit of armor.
Yeah, it does have the issue that Red Markets has.
Where your legs, it's fuck your legs, the system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any percentile system where the legs are on the bottom end of the spectrum tend to get the brunt of it.
Yep.
Legs and arms.
Listen to Caleb talk about it, and he's like, well, I couldn't find a way to fix it, so I was just like, fuck it.
Yeah. Legs it'll be.
Yep.
Is the lower the better, right? On the initiative.
Yes.
Yes, the lower your SR is, the better.
So I guess I'll go first. I have 3. I don't see anybody.
No, he has a
I have
1, right?
I have 1.
He has 1.
I have a 1.
You have a 1. Okay.
With the
My
composite bow,
my
yeah.
composite bow. All right, I guess I'm gonna roll then. Roll away. Here we go. Oh, okay. So the first one is the one that. Oh, okay. Damage 9.
Noise.
Damage to the 9. It's a 5, which is the hindquarters.
Oh, he shot me in the buttocks.
No, it's a 12 because the first one's the one that counts. I hit the.
Okay.
Hit it twice
So
accidentally.
12.
To the chest.
I didn't. To the 12, whatever that is.
So damage 9 to the 12. which is the right front leg on a
Okay.
saber.
It's
So
different.
you take out its.
Oh,
That's funny.
okay. I take out his front leg, but
The legs are going fast.
Yep.
yep.
Leg season.
Right?
Then now it's up. Now it's the
No, it's Erlik's turn.
right.
Erlik's and Harrox. Whichever of you want to goes first.
You can go ahead and go first.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and come over and grab your or your meat chopped leg, and you see the energy pour from me, and hopefully you start to heal in just a second. Let's see.
Yes.
There we
So
go.
you succeed.
Yep.
And that heals the whole body, and even if you have the attached leg, it will heal it as well. So you're back.
Oh, it just heals me to full?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
It resumes.
Damn.
But it
That's
costs
why
all my points.
Yeah, because if you have to heal up to level 6 in order to restore a limb.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, good. That didn't have to happen, hopefully. Because you
Okay.
had
But-
something was still there attached, correct?
Yes. It was just a meat, gangly meat mangled leg.
So-
But now it's
A sliver. All right.
Cool.
All right, man. You're up.
Sweet.
Alright,
I
then.
will I will hit the other one with a javelin. What? Nope. Sucks to suck.
all right. They go. At least one of them does.
Okay.
The other couldn't.
So one of them is somewhat injured.
Yeah.
It's sort of limping. This one had been attacking one of the cattle.
Okay, so he's gonna attack the cattle.
Yeah, he attacks the cattle. He pretty much has like taken down one of the cattle and is just sort of ripping into it.
Gotcha. Well, we know what we're having for dinner. All right. So what about the other one?
Like I said, it's sort of dealing with its recent injury. It has been sort of like lunging to attack the cattle here, but it had
They got
it
arrowed
sort of
right in the
decided
leg.
against it when its front right paw got sort of ripped off by an arrow.
Okay. Okay. So that's it for them, no?
Yes, so that's that round. We'll go to the top of the next round.
All right. I want to peg this one here with an arrow.
I think I'm gonna be charging in with my axe. So now that there's not a bunch of cows in my way, it doesn't look like.
Oh, I fail. Nice. Well done. I missed. It's my turn to roll shitty this game.
All right. So the axe. What's the SR on the axe?
That'll be an 8. Unless I can quickly mobility myself first, in which case it'll be like a 7.
Either way, you're going to be going last.
Yeah, I figured.
So Harrox is.
I'm going to cast sleep on it.
Nighty night.
Sleep!
Is that an area or is it just
It's a single target.
Okay, ranged. I'm assuming I'm in range. Looks like I'm in pretty good range.
Yeah, you're within range.
Okay, I'm gonna do that on this one here. Where do you see that one? All right.
Yeah, this one's uninjured.
I say sleep, my beauty. Sleep.
You can also attack these animals as well.
Oh,
All
okay,
right.
Um, so that is a success. Let's see if. Right, and then do a POW check. he
check.
fails.
And you have to do what? Power times 5?
Yeah.
Let me find mine. I'm sorry. I accidentally moved my window around. Let's see, pal. Let.
Nope.
Oh, really? Come on. Oh, man.
So does that mean it doesn't happen?
It didn't
Um,
happen.
I believe it didn't happen. Let me just check real quick.
If you both fail, yeah, what happens? I don't know.
So, what's the sleep row for? That's something different, isn't it? As opposed to the PAL.
Well, you roll
You
to
have to
cast the spell, yeah.
you have to roll to cast, and then you have to overcome their POW.
Okay. Just making sure I understood.
So, you sort of cast the spell, and then you sort of have this combat of wills, and then if you succeed, they go to sleep.
I don't have anything I can reduce that by, can I? Looks like no. We don't have luck by any chance?
Yeah. Burn luck.
Burn all my luck.
So this one is probably going to attack Krelvanga because Krelvanga was the one that shot at it.
Oh, sweet. I'm not going to have to move.
So they get 3 attacks.
Yikes.
Just block a bunch. It'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine, yeah.
So the first one will succeed.
Is that with the
First
bite?
claw attack. That's with the claw.
Alright, I guess I'll try to block that. Whoop,
Second
slow
one
down there,
misses.
champ. Okay. And third one.
And that one misses as well. So 1 claw attack.
Alright. Very lucky, very lucky. Alright, I'm gonna try to parry that one.
Go get him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you succeed.
Parry it basically bites or claws into my shield and I knock it away.
Don't you do it 5 damage, or is that something different?
No, for some reason it just rolls damage when you...
Okay.
I think it's only when you get the specials, right?
And then this one is going to move partially over, sort of limping over.
Gotcha. Alright. That takes us to next round.
Well, I haven't gone
no,
yet.
Erlik gets to go.
With my axe.
What's up? Ah.
Erlik hasn't gone yet because he has the axe, so he's at the bottom of initiative.
Well, now it's next to me, which was a mistake on its part, maybe. Oh yeah, it was. That's 10 points of damage.
To the paw.
10 points to the 12, which is also its paw.
Take out the leg.
Hack the bone. Okay, that's a nice shot. Okay, so you cripple his leg. Good work.
Taking my rage out since I can't punch a cow. I'll get in trouble.
Alright, next round.
I will go...
Are you going to use your sword or the bow?
No, the sword. I dropped the bow and took up my sword and shield.
So what's the SR for the sword?
2.
Wow. Right, so you're still going first. And like I said, Harrox, your vow does not apply to animals. So you can actually shoot at these animals or attack them because they are not sentient.
Well, I like this.
Okay, well I hit. Success, 5 points of damage to its 1.
Which is the right hind leg.
Okay, how much armor do they have?
They have 3 armor.
So that's 4 points go through because I double damage with Lich Reaver.
I'm gonna use my crossbow. I think that's a 3 on the initiative, maybe. Let me look.
Should be
It'll
pretty.
be listed next to the weapon.
Is it the DSR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 3. 3. It's just a
So are you gonna shoot at this one?
Yeah. I'll do that one.
Because the other one's in melee, so you do risk a chance of hitting your companions.
And I would, because that's just how I do. Okay. Is it my turn? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you would just roll to attack. It'll be on the sheet.
Let me get.
Right. So you miss. You shoot high.
Oh boy.
And that's why I cast spells.
Yeah.
Next up is Harrox.
Oh. That was
Or not
me.
Harrox. Next is the cats.
Yep.
Let me try again.
Yikes.
So this one is going to attack Krelvanga.
Krelvanged.
So one will hit. So one claw. Whoops,
Wow.
I broke it.
You did.
I divided by 0.
Rip.
Other claw will miss.
Yay.
And a bite will hit.
Oh, God damn it. Alrighty.
Just
well,
shield
here
it.
we
It's
go.
fine.
I'm totally gonna shield it. So I'm gonna block the first one.
Shield bash it.
Critical.
Oh. Rip. So that means you deal damage to it. Yeah.
Captain America. Or Captain Snow Shadow.
Captain Snow Shadow. So I think that does do damage to it, or
Yes.
I don't have the chart. In front
Well,
of me.
let's see what the chart says.
Let's see. Let's go to the videotape.
Roll that beautiful bean
bean.
footage. I'm glad we both thought of that at the same time. Truly kindred spirits.
Okay, so that is a critical on a parry versus a normal
Regular.
attack. So the attack is parried, and then the defender rolls the parrying weapon's special damage.
Okay, so that's 3. So it does 3 points of damage. Probably not going to go through it because it has 3 points of armor.
Yeah.
So we'll say 3 points to the hind leg, or to the fore.
Yeah.
Which for this is also the left hind leg, but it doesn't go through the armor. It sort of goes off its hide. Now the bite.
Oh right, the bite. Another parry. Do I have to minus from this parry, or
Yes,
minus 10 or 20 or what?
I believe it is minus 10.
Okay. Minus 10.
No, it's minus 20.
It's minus 20.
Yes.
Minus. Oh, minus 20.
I think you still succeed.
I misrolled it. I added 10 instead of taking 20. All right. Nope, I failed. I got hit.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
All right. So it's gonna bite you.
In the chest.
Mhm.
No wait, that's something different.
I don't know where it hits me.
The butthole.
Ouch.
Is that it?
That'll give you the Rona.
16.
That's
Jeez.
the leg. 60. Whoa.
They deal
And then
a very.
3.
Is that the like head?
To the leg.
Okay, that's a leg. Okay.
It's one of the legs, right?
I don't know.
A
man.
3 is the right leg.
Right leg. 12 points. Yeah, my leg's off.
Dope. Oh man.
Okay, well I'm down. Did he do a 5d6 damage?
He did 2d6 plus 3d6.
Oh my god.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of damage.
That's all that
That's a lot of damage.
It's a
So
it's a
my-
big cat.
Run away!
I limp away. Anyway, so I'm left leg is now toast.
Right leg.
Right leg is now toast. And I'm down.
How do you regrow a limb? Let's see.
This one is going to attack Erlik.
Great.
Oh, no.
Well, now that I know the stakes of when one of these things is, I thought a cow was bad.
It can only attack you with one claw, though,
That's true.
so it only has 2 attacks.
That's something.
So the first claw attack will hit.
Okay, I'll parry. I succeed.
So you succeed on parrying that, and then the bite, it misses.
Okay.
Nice.
Right, then Erlik gets to go.
Well, I'm gonna wallop. Which one looks more hurt?
This one is or actually this one's the more hurt one.
Okay. Well, since it tried to bite me, I'm gonna have to go on the offensive. That's a succeed, and 9 points of damage.
Alright, so 9 to the 7, which for it is the hindquarters. So it's pretty badly damaged back there.
Good.
I would assume so.
So we'll go to the top of the next round.
Well, one
Krelvanga
second.
goes first.
Before I do anything, that round, my raven can heal me. My raven pet. Let's see, text.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Well, it's got heal spell, so it can might as well cast it. Where are you? Yep. Where the hell is my damn raven? I need the book. Hold on. So basically, I think he's got heal 3. I gave. Sorry, you got to give me a second. I guess you can just go to the top of the round.
So,
until I find out.
2 points of heal will cauterize your wound.
2 points of heal.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. 2 points of heal. Let me just roll a D100 here. All right. Yes. So, my raven does a 3-point heal.
Nice.
All right.
So he stabilizes you.
He stabilizes me, exactly. Exactly. Okay.
So you'll be able to sort of hobble and attack it the next round.
Okay. So you say we're at the top of the next round?
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess I'm going to attack with extreme prejudice. Let's see. I'm going to stab it with Lich Reaver. Yeah. Sure. What the hell? 12 points of damage to the 2.
Alright, so you take out its right hind leg.
Okay. Hack. Fair enough.
Harrox is up.
Okay, I'm gonna let's see here, sleep the one that's not too hurt. I guess this one here.
Yeah, that one's the least hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hopefully cast sleep again.
Well, you know.
These dice are just not rolling right. I'm gonna have to put them away.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Praise be to RN Jesus.
Yeah.
This one is going to attack Krelvanga again. It only has 2 attacks.
Oopsie doodle.
Whoopsie doodle indeed.
So the first one will hit with a claw.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to try to parry that. Can I parry that with my sword?
Yes.
Then I do. Yes. Okay,
So you parry its claw,
I do.
then its bite is a failure.
Yes. Good.
And this other one is going to attacking Erlik. Again, it's
Counter spell.
handicapped.
Yep.
Right.
It's a special boy.
So the
Right.
first one misses.
Sweet.
Yeah, there's going to be a special episode of the Dodo about it.
Right.
And then the bite does succeed.
Okay, I'll attempt to parry. Barely succeeds.
So you succeed in parrying it. And then Erlik gets to go.
I will womp. That's a success. 11 points of damage.
Nice.
And that's 17, so that is to the head.
Did I just decapitate myself a big old cat?
So you bring your axe down onto the head of this large saber-toothed tiger, and you cleave its skull.
Ah! I scream
So
at it.
one of them is down.
I found the stats for my guy. Good. Okay. Rook, the Raven. All right.
The other one is still up.
Okay, that means it attacks, or we go back to the top of the round?
Top
It's
of the
top
round.
of the round. I'm just saying that one of them has been eliminated due to skull cleaving.
Yeah.
Can Rook cast another 3-point heal spell on my leg?
He can, but he can't bring back the limb.
Gotcha.
Like he's cauterized it. You're not gonna bleed anymore, but for now the leg is gone.
Gotcha. I guess I'm going to attack with the sword.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Looks like we got one less tiger.
Yep,
We
one
do.
was cleaved
I
by
womped him.
Erlik.
I whomped him in the
Oh, wow.
face. Special.
Specials
Oh,
7.
wow.
in location 3.
Guess we should find out what that special means. It's just a crit or what?
Yeah, it just rolls, I think, an extra die or... Yeah. I think they just roll an extra die.
I believe
And it
you
should
do.
be-
Yeah, you do double damage.
Yeah, you roll two instances of the dice.
I don't think it did it on its own. Yeah.
It did not, you're right.
So
It
it'll
did
just
not.
be-
I get to roll...
Yeah.
I get to roll another D8 basically. Here, another D8 plus 1. All right. 9.
Nice.
So that is 16 points to location 3.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Okay, because it's on location 3, which is the left hind legs.
God
So,
damn it.
so you've taken out its hind legs.
Yeah, so we should just be able to move away from it and tag it with arrows or something.
Well, it's probably just gonna bleed out.
Probably, yes.
So its hind legs have been taken out, and its
One of
right
its-
front
yeah.
legs, so it's incapable of moving.
Yeah, so we just peg it with arrows and finish it off or whatever.
Yeah, I'll say
Peaceful
that you
cut.
Can
Peaceful cut, yeah, there you go.
you can just sort of, you don't have to kite it. You could just sort of like
Cool.
hit it with things.
Can I do a peaceful cut on it?
If you do want to skin them, you would use peaceful cut.
I mean, why not?
The hides are somewhat damaged from you like repeatedly like cutting into them.
Well, maybe
But,
they shouldn't have fucked around. They found out.
But the head,
Yeah.
but the head on the one is
It's quite.
is all right.
Yeah. Sure, why not?
Okay. Okay.
Ah.
Fair enough.
Oh man, the least peaceful of cuts. I just like
You just
I just
massacred
start shanking it prison style. This is how you do this, right? One day I will
Implement it.
succeed at that. That day is not today.
You see blood and fur flying up. It looks like you're, I don't know, chopping it up.
Oh man.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not really able to properly deal with the pelt.
It pissed me off. I can't help it.
So
Well.
having dealt with them, the other herders have managed to protect the animals who were only lost one cow.
Good. So, Harrox, when do you get that rune spell back so you can...
Well, I would have to go and pray. Or my character does, and I can recover all my points, but I have no points to regrow. However, if you want to take it with you.
Yeah. Well, I think it's mangled. It's basically still there. It's just mangled, right? It's just completely useless. Steven?
Yeah, it's pretty useless. You're not bleeding, but if you do keep it with you, it can help with getting it reattached.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can. Oh, yeah.
We'll just
The,
splint it.
So I just have a rudimentary splint at the moment.
Jurina yells out to you that to go help Varlanth and Hjortal. They followed the herd and went north towards the Ormsthane Vale. She says that's the Orliving farming lands.
Okay, well let's move that way.
I'm legless, guys.
You can ride. You can probably ride, right? I mean, it's
Yeah,
harder
you
to
have a
ride
horse.
without your leg, but
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
it's what
So
Ivar
I
the
wrap up
Boneless did. Damn it.
yeah, I wrap up my leg and put it on my horse and hobble onto my horse with a crutch or whatever
Yeah.
we fashion.
You have a high enough strength that you could probably
Just man mode it.
You could probably pull yourself up on the horse. Like
Yep.
you're like to action star level.
Yeah, so I raw dog it, legless.
Raw dog it.
It's just that version of
Huh?
that scene in Commando where Arnold pushes the truck down the hill, except you're jumping on a horse.
Right, I do that. Okay, so we're gonna ride towards the threat or wherever they're going.
So you find that the herd that some 50 of the cattle, so about half, have come to a stop near Ormthane Vale.
Right.
Give me a scan or a listen roll.
Which is better? Okay. I succeed. No, that's not me. I do not succeed, but Harrox does.
Oh. I'll try a listen. No.
Man, we
There
suck.
you go.
Hey, you know what skills
heard
we
it.
should have tried to increase?
Yeah, I think you're right.
So Harrox hears, he sort of hears about a half dozen warriors nearby.
I relay that to the other.
Well,
The other members there.
let's see if we
You-
can parse some type of agreement, or possibly have to
you-
murder people.
You come across them. There's about a half dozen warriors
Shit.
with them, and there's two on horses that are sort of leading them. They are all marked as members of the Orleving clan.
Okay. Can I roll?
They
Can I roll? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
go ahead. Yes.
I was gonna say, can I roll a percentile to see how much?
How much money you brought
See
with?
how much
Try to
I mean,
pay him
did I-
off
did
or
I just-
something?
Did I lose my foot? Did I lose my? I'm assuming it's like from the knee down, basically, is gone.
Yeah, you have you're Lieutenant Dan, only on one of the legs though. You've got like the top part. You're just missing like the shins down.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
You cauterized it. There were like bits hanging there, you know.
So here's what we do.
But
You'll be a lot shorter, but we just chop the other one off to even you out and put shoes on them. Boom. Cotton Hill.
Yeah, I don't even need knees. Awesome. Um, okay, so we ride over to them. Can we negotiate?
well, they sort of come up and they sort of stop. Um, the shepherds don't look very happy to see them, but the one mounted, he announces that he is Tessero's bloodsword,
Okay.
and that he sort of looks upon all of you and he says, we demand that that these Vermondi leave our territory, but leave the cattle behind, as they belong to us now.
No, that's probably not.
No.
No, no.
I am Krelvanga, Thane of Apple Lane, and we are here on a mission from the Queen, uh, by order of the Queen, to escort these simple herders. Where are we escorting them to?
You were just escorting them to their sort of grazing lands
Okay, so that's what I tell them.
down in the valley. And he says, but it appears though that you have come into our territory. Um, though seeing as you do come in the name of the queen, and that seems to be an error due to the negligence, typically common of the Vermondi, I will allow you to pass for a paltry sum of 25 cattle.
Mm,
How many
no,
cattle
these
do
are
we
the
have?
queen. These are marked as the queen's cattle, though. Yeah.
No, they're Orlanth's cattle.
Okay, I thought they had the queen's mark on them or something.
They have the Colmere tribe's emblem, which
Okay.
is the spear, that they belong to the Temple of Orlanth.
I want to try
So,
to.
so they like the local temple's like private stock.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to try to fast talk him so that
In this situation, it would be a bargain check.
a bargain check. Okay, I want to try that. Trying to.
Make you roll under 05 or wherever you have.
I got 15%. So.
Yeah.
Hey, that is 3 times as good as mine. So I believe in you.
Easy
100%.
peasy.
Crit fail. Crit fail.
Yeah.
Big. There, but at least. Well, never mind. I can't-
He
oh my God.
he sort of scoffs at your attempts to bargain with him, and he says, "I think now, for wasting our time, it would be 30 cattle."
I'm afraid we're not at liberty to part with the Temple of Orlanth,
Yeah.
and as
You
such are the Queen's cattle.
you wouldn't want to anger the gods.
Right? Right? Have to agree.
Sure, you can make a orate check to.
Oh, was that me? Did I do that like an idiot? 'Cause I
Yes.
have All right.
That's
All right,
fine.
let's
You have
see.
5%. It's fine.
When you say it out of character, it sounds very well formed. But when you say it in character, it's like these are Orlanth cattle, not your cattle.
Yep. Do it. I believe in you. So
Oh, yeah,
close.
not so close. Only 29 points or 19 points, whatever. 29 points above. So I miss. I kind of blurted out like, "Move away. These are Orlanth cattle."
Can I sing something at them to convince them?
In this situation, I don't think that would be
Damn it.
worthwhile.
Well, I guess intimidate it is.
Intimidate. Good luck.
Yep.
Get it.
I'm gonna be very intimidating. I don't know exactly what I say,
Alright.
but it probably involves us killing Tuskars and killing big angry cats.
I have a
I can't-
45.
Ah!
Can we assist with that, or is that?
I succeeded.
That's
He succeeded.
Barely.
way to go.
I would say that you guys being there and that you succeed. You have someone, you have another Thane. This guy is also a Thane.
Right.
He's like their local Thane. He's like
It's not as
not as-
cool as us.
he's the boss hog Thane.
We're friends of the queen. But yeah, I succeed barely, but I succeed.
Yes.
Talking about like the rage of Odelia, the bear god, if he something
roll
that and the other.
roll me an intelligence check.
Oh man, I'm actually pretty intelligent. Like int times 5.
Yeah, an 8 times 5 like D100. Your
Oh.
intelligence stat times 5.
So close, so close. My int is so good too. Well, I failed. A 98. Not quite a
So,
crit failure.
All three of you could make the roll. So
What are we rolling for?
Krelvanga and Harrox, just roll an intelligence check.
Oh god. That's not my forte, but let's give it a shot.
Oh, we all suck.
Yeah.
Really?
We all
27?
suck.
Really? 27.
We're the worst.
Yes, you all.
So I guess fighting it is. Fighting it is. So we're at an impasse here. There was
unless my intimidate worked.
You know what? I failed every roll tonight. Every roll. I think one. No, actually, I failed that too. Never mind.
I mean, you succeeded on the roll. You just failed on the second roll.
I don't feel any better about this.
So, if you want to attack, you can attack them.
we don't want to attack, but
if you use that course of action, they don't seem like they want to budge.
Even with my sweet intimidate roll, come on.
You do have them cowed, so they're not like being more aggressive. They're kind of being careful.
You may just try to...
Give me a. Give me one more intelligence check.
Okay.
Everybody.
we're just gonna fail that. Yep.
Aha! 26 out of 85.
Aha! I failed again.
Harrox realizes, and Erlik as well, that you could offer to pay them the price of the cattle.
I was about to say the same.
Yeah.
Thing, yeah. I was about to say we should go for a monetary. So do we know off the top of our head what that would be worth?
I think
So a good cow is worth about 20 lunars.
So they want
so it would be about 800.
lunars.
It would be 800 lunars. Because remember they want
800. They want a 30 times 20.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it would be 600. Sorry.
No worries.
40.
so 200 apiece.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
150 apiece.
I,
Oh no, it's only three. There's 3 of us. 200 apiece. Yep. We can do that. All right. Let me.
Sure.
So we offer them. We say we will pay a tax. I say a toll of 600 lunar, and we kind of count it out.
He looks about the other people. They sort of talk amongst themselves, and then they sort of seem to come to an agreement, and then they agree to it.
Okay.
Goddamn right they do.
We count out the coins and give them a big bag of coins. Okay.
Hjordel doesn't really seem to like this. He's a bit mad, but seeing how it hasn't cost him or his clan personally, he's okay with it.
Oh, it will. Don't worry. I'm gonna tax the hell out of these motherfuckers. There's a special surtax for this mission, equaling 600 lunars. I forgot to mention that. Anyway, so do these guys like move aside or what?
They let you pass.
Okay.
They let you return the cattle to the group, and you're able to sort of get everybody back together and make your way to where you're supposed to be going.
Okay. We do that. And move. Just keep our eyes out. Keep our eyes open for anyone with these death cats.
So you killed what appeared to be the two that were around, and then you're able to sort of make it back to Oakton, which is the Vermondi clan sort of headquarters.
How big is it?
It's a pretty standard village. They are a bit destitute, but it's not like it's sort of on the smaller side as a village.
Okay.
You sort of go into a central hall where the Vermondi clan leaders are, and they thank you for your help, and that and they sort of they're happy that you were able to get most of the cattle there and only losing one. They say that truly you are blessed by Orland's strength in cowing the cowardly Orleving tribe and also protecting Orland's own.
We nod, and I guess we've done what we're here to do, right? So we, yep.
So it they're so happy that Chief Coral, the head of the tribe, or head of the clan, he gives you 10 cows, and swears friendship with you.
Nice.
Sweet.
And you all gain plus 1d3 reputation points each for rescuing the sacred herd. But I would say 1d3 reputation points for selflessly dealing with the Orleving warriors.
Yeah. And not getting killed because they would have killed us. Let's see.
So I gain a total of 4. Where are you, reputation? There you are.
I also gained 4. Let's see, reputation.
So now I have a reputation of 17. Someday I'll have to use that reputation store for something.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to say you're lucky enough that they have a priestess of Arnalda there, and she will reattach your limb for you.
Awesome.
High value. I appreciate it. Let's see, attributes.
All right, but
Why can't I find reputation on this? Where is reputation on the pop-out
Reputation, I believe, is on
Basic page.
Is on the basic.
Yeah, right underneath religion.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yep. I have a 17 now.
I think I have a
What, how
plus 6 now. 3 plus, yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
17 reputation. All right. Alrighty.
I got
Well, I express lots of gratitude. Probably make a donation to their temple too. They could use give them 100 lunar.
So the generally the level of the spell used is the cost, like associated with the payment. So that would be like a 300 lunar pay, but because you spent your own money, they just call it even.
Oh, fair enough. I accept that. Fair bargain.
Because you paid out of the pocket, which they weren't really happy about at first, but they saw the fact that you were de-limbed by one of the cats, that they could use that in lieu of payment.
Okay, I thank them. I thank them profusely, and I guess we have a meal and probably leave. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like they're pretty happy with what you did, and you're able to return to Apple Lane without much trouble.
Good. Okay. Well, that was somewhat successful.
Yeah. We
We only
didn't.
got minor appendages were gone.
Yeah.
Not a lot of them, just a few.
Because if
Overall
you
command.
fought them, you would have gotten into a feud with the clan because they would have sought restitution, and you would have had to pay the ransom for the
bad.
ones you killed.
Not if we
bad.
kill all of them.
See, always
The
looking
final
on the bright
solution.
side.
Yes.
I wasn't gonna go that far.
And they were pretty good warriors.
A
the
likely
Saros
story.
was pretty tough, so I didn't want to get you guys in a situation where you had like a TPK.
That would have been kind of great.
Pretty hard by the cattle and the Sakaar.
Yeah, I got fucked up more by the friggin' cows than I did by the actual goddamn monsters.
Because the cattle's charge did 1d10 plus 3d6, and if you were downed, it would trample you, and it would do 66 to you.
Oh man.
So luckily I you didn't get trampled by it.
Yeah, we're lucky. Yeah, it just shows you how deadly the game is.
Yep.
Characters, right? And just one bad hit, one missed parry, and you're like, oh, we lost 2 legs on that against 2 cats.
Yeah.
2 big cats. That was something. And I'm just lucky I got my leg healed.
Yeah.
You know, we had healers.
Same. Otherwise, boy, would that have sucked.
Yeah, really.
And we can handle your downtime stuff if you.
Sure.
Yeah.
If that's all we've got for the night.
Yeah, there is a one last adventure in this book, but it's sort of a bit of a longer one.
Okay.
So I don't want to get it started now because it seems like it'll go longer because you guys go to a lot of places.
Okay.
Seems
It'll
good.
also be interesting considering some of the characters you run into.
Right on.
Nice. I'm having fun playing these characters.
Yeah.
So what is our downtime like? What do we do? Do we want to
just your skills? If you want to up any skills, do your
Yeah. So I'll do
your
my
experience skills.
I'll do that real quick. So Intimidate's one that I check marked. So I'll roll. I rolled over, so that means I get to add D6.
Yes.
Which I rolled a 3.
Please.
So now it will be.
Is it possible? Well, if you're spirit magic, you can't really do that, right?
No.
Track.
I didn't succeed at anything.
It would be based on the rune you were using for rune spells, and then for spirit magic, I believe it's based on your POW, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so, yes.
So it would be just raising your POW.
But I failed the POW row, but I succeeded on the spirit magic row.
Well, the spirit magic roll was a POW roll.
Okay, I'll take that. That's fine.
So let me see, because spirit magic is a skill, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, but I think it's automatically just tagged to your. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
It's your POW. There's different because you have spirit war, spirit travel, spirit combat. Those are all sort of things that you use your like spirit combat is where you use like your POW to fight like a spirit.
Okay.
So that's scene from Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
Like that would be spirit combat.
Oh, okay.
So real quick with my sorry, I lost my train of thought. The weapon skills have 2 available check marks next to them. Does that mean you can do on it twice?
No.
Okay.
You only get one.
It just for some reason has 2 checks available on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's on my axe. I succeed, so I don't get to increase on it. Then on my shield,
Same here.
I fail, so I get to increase on it. That's pretty awesome.
No increases for me.
So that's Ooh.
So
I am just a
to do the
shieldy
increase,
boy.
so to do the increase, I just have to roll my PAL basically, right? And if I get over, then that means that I can.
Yeah.
i-
Oh,
So you could,
forgot to
since
do
you
that
succeeded
last
on
time.
the spell roll, um, so yeah, that if you since you succeeded on the spell roll, it would be normal for raising your POW.
Okay. Well, I succeeded, so I don't raise it. I'm assuming. You got to fail to raise, right?
Yes. I want to say
Okay.
yes.
You have to fail to
Could be
learn.
wrong. Yes, basically.
All right. Well, that's okay.
Yeah, you have to roll higher because like if you have a really high skill, like it would just be really easy to constantly raise it. Where if your skill's like really low, it would be impossible. So that way that you fail, it
Yeah.
means you raise it.
I
So I can
remember.
raise my.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's the same in Call of Cthulhu.
Yep. I remember listening to a DG game where somebody kept going to the range to try to raise their firearm skill, but then they would roll like an 01 out of 20 every time and be like, well, I guess I can't get better at it. I'm already a crack shot.
Yep.
So, so this would also apply to my rune magic skills that I rolled today. For instance, heal body. So I would roll my. I would roll this, I guess. Oops.
It would be your rune. Um,
Right.
it
I
would be
rolled
your
twice.
fertility rune.
It's my first roll is when I accidentally clicked twice. But nevertheless, I succeeded both times, which is odd because I failed.
So much during the game. Yeah,
I learned a lot during the game, but I apparently can learn nothing after the game.
that's funny.
All right, well, I'm good.
I'm good too. So that's all we do. We don't. There's no. Is there anything else in between
Well,
sessions?
now that you have a household, let's look at the.
Yeah.
So you can worship. You can do the harvest. I believe since it wouldn't be the harvest. Um,
So do we have to choose, or do we?
it's you would just pay your tithes to your cult. There's a lot of stuff for more for like villages and when your harvest is, but these are usually over the year,
Right.
and they don't really like impact you that much because you're not really like a full community. You're just a guy that has an apple farm.
Right. Okay.
Most of as you learned in the first adventure, most of Apple Lane's money comes from tourism essentially.
Oh, great. Okay.
So like people, because it's on the crossroads, people who stay in the inn. You have your temple that's pretty much a glorified brothel.
Right. Well, the only choice we have is imperial expansion. We're gonna have to
Um,
start swallowing up other towns.
you can also attempt to sort of like deal with your tenants, like get them to like train for the militia, um, things like that.
We do that. I think that's a good idea. We're gonna want a bigger militia here, since I can get my leg chewed off by a cat.
Yeah, a lot of the downtime stuff is kind of like in Pendragon.
Yep.
So it's sort of making the assumption that you're gonna play a character and then eventually that character is either gonna die or retire and you're gonna play their child.
Right.
Because each adventure is a segment of the season, and even though they have different names, I believe there are 4 seasons.
Right.
The calendar is kind of weird
It is.
for Glorantha, but I believe they do have it's 4 seasons. I actually do have a calendar. So a season is made up of 8 weeks named after the 8. So there are 8 seasons. Or no, there are 8 weeks: disorder, harmony, death, fertility, stasis, movement, illusion, and truth.
Right.
So you have sea season, fire season, earth season, dark season, because you guys are in dark season.
Okay.
So the next one is storm season. It is the time of greatest violence and danger. The air gods rule the season, and their energies are always of a violent and unpredictable nature. This time is like the war of the gods. This bloody season can undo the effort of a whole year, and troubles begun here often inadvertently allow chaos forces to slip into the world.
Okay.
So yeah, look forward to that next game.
Excellent. Awesome. Well, that was fun getting my leg chewed off.
Yeah,
I had a good time.
getting wrecked by a cow was kind of hilarious.
That
Two legs taken off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hashtag fuck your legs. I think I'm gonna go ahead and spend some money again to try to raise some things. First, let's see how badly I botch raising my dexterity again. Ah! Because D3 minus, or was it D6 minus 1?
D6 minus 1.
Okay.
For a stat, really?
No, for stats D3 minus
1. Okay.
Yeah.
So that will be goes up by 2. So it'll be at 13.
What did you say it was?
I rolled a 6.
D3 minus. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
two.
that would be a 2.
Yeah. Sweet.
Nice.
Um,
I'm gonna try to do this also with stats. So, with
I'm gonna have to drop off, guys, but I'll
Okay.
see y'all next
Alright.
time.
Take it easy, dude.
Alright.
Night. See
See
ya.
you later.
Later.
All right. So how much do I have to pay?
500. If you're doing a stat, it's 500.
What if? Okay, but What about power?
Power, it's 500, and then you just get 1.
Gotcha.
If I read the thing right.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get rid of 500. That gives me 1500, 1698. Okay. 1698. That gives me the point of power back I got from the that I lost. Okay. And what the heck? Are there any skills I really want to raise? I'm gonna drink and eat a lot and raise my size, becoming really fat. No.
Sadly, you are not allowed to raise your size. I checked.
Yeah, makes sense. I guess I could try to raise my charisma. What the hell? I'm gonna spend another 500 on that.
Yeah, I think the only things you can't raise are, for whatever reason, are intelligence and size. Size makes sense. Intelligence, I'm like, what? That seems a little sus.
So what I can do, I roll a d3,
Yeah,
or I just pick one. Is
it's
that the idea?
yeah, it's D3 minus 1.
Or just pick one, right? Or can I just take one automatically, or I have to roll?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, one.
for attributes, you have to roll the 1d3 minus 1. But for skills, you can take a flat 2 if you want.
Gotcha, I understand. Okay. So that was a big goose egg for that 500. And that's it for me. So I think I'm out. You're probably gonna log off too. So I'll see you guys.
Alright.
See you guys during the week.
Yep.
Have a good pandemic.
During the week.
Yep,
Yep.
see you guys. Stay
Bye.
safe out there.
Yup.
Apparently
Later.
see ya. And that was another episode of that. Hope anyone who hopped in enjoyed it. I wasn't paying attention because I suck. But you can also check it out on YouTube. Random Encounters of the Nerd Kind, signing out. Bye!